went through, and I mean, suffering always holds us back to him. He was an alcoholic addict and all that for a long time, so that's how I came to Christ. But I think since we are like students, most of us are students, I think it's Lord put in my heart to just share where or the crossroads I was in, and the failure I was in, and the Lord, He, how He uses the broken vessels. So that's me. I mean, I'm a broken vessel, and I just wanted to share. We don't have to be perfect, so I thought I can share that story with you today.
There is time to share all, don't worry, if you want.
I mean, I can give space to others also.
Fine, that's fine, don't worry. La sorella diceva di come vorrebbe condividere tutta la sua intera testimonianza, che è molto, parla molto della sofferenza, quindi invece di tutta la testimonianza vorrebbe condividere l'ultima parte, quella in cui si è periodo, perché dicevi che è un condividere il perché lei è un vaso rotto. Go ahead, sister.
So in 2017 I finished my master's, and I was like, everything is going smooth, I'm following the crowd, right? All the sheep's going ahead of me, either getting married or going for higher studies or getting a job. So I was like, okay, I didn't ask Lord to plan what His plans are for me. I was like, okay, he gives me hints here and there through the word. I take it as, okay, this is what, so I put my own plans also.
I have to translate.
Okay.
Calm down, wait.
It's hard for me to. Testing your memory.
Yes. Try to repeat everything.
So, in 2017,
nel 2017
I finished my master.
Ho finito il mio master.
And I was following the crowd, like
seguivo un po' l'andamento delle cose.
And Lord was giving some hints through the word, like what I have to do. And I took it as hints, and I put my own wisdom also, what I felt is right also into.
E il Signore le dava delle indicazioni in tutto questo periodo, ma lei aggiungeva a queste indicazioni quello che sentiva, quello che desiderava.
And so it was kind of like, okay, I knew what I had to do in the next 5 years. I had everything planned in my own, my own architecture. Everything had planned inside.
E lei aveva preparato, aveva progettato i suoi successivi 5 anni, aveva tutti i suoi progetti in testa.
And Lord gave an opportunity for me to work do research in two good universities in India. So I was like, okay, my path is my research career is bright, and I just love it. I love doing it. I was like, okay, it's all cool.
Ok, e questi 5 anni lei aveva quindi tutto già pronto, avrebbe lavorato in università con le ricerche in 2 università addirittura, e quindi era tutto proprio perfetto per lei.
And the thing I noticed is wherever I went into, I was encountering futility. Wherever I touched whatever I touched my hands on, wherever I went, I was becoming a failure and not successful in the things.
Ma in questo periodo si accorgeva che tutto quello che faceva diventava un fallimento.
Like for example, I was doing research in a very good institution. Everything looks very bright and shiny, but on the outside, but on the inside, everything, like I was not able to get any good outputs out of me. Yeah.
Sì, tutto quello che faceva non riusciva, voleva farlo funzionare, ma non andava.
And so it was like I had a lot of me inside of me, like it was completely filled with.
E quindi aveva molto.
There's a word? Okay. Thank you. Thank you. It can be harmful.
This is what. Attentato, cos'è? Come si dice in inglese attentato?
Attention.
Real life. Yeah.
Caution.
Trying, no possible. Attempt. Repeat the last one. Lei cercava di mettere se stessa in tutte le cose.
Yeah, and so to get all the story short, I had many anxiety attacks, and because everything what I planned is not happening.
E allora aveva molti attacchi di ansia, perché tutto quello che progettava non riusciva.
And because of the word that Lord has given me, or a path that He showed me, I was like, okay, this is it. This is it that Lord wants me to. I didn't really, sit and ask Him, Lord, what do you want of me? What's your plan of this person, this life you gave me?
E questo si è accorta che succedeva perché lei non si sedeva mai a chiedere qual era la volontà di Dio, semplicemente andava e faceva.
And so a point reached where I was like a complete zero. Like Lord was, crushing. Like there are words where in Jeremiah, also in 2 Corinthians, it talks about the vessels, right? Lord uses the broken vessels, but He also is the potter who actually molds the vessel. So I could see that He was crushing me from every point, and it was hurting me at the same time.
Allora si è trovata ad un certo punto nel contesto di Geremia, quando in Geremia in Corinzi la parola ricorda che noi siamo un vaso, no? E lei testimonia di come il Signore praticamente cercava di romperla in ogni punto, perché Dio è colui che rompe il vaso ma anche lo ricostruisce.
And I became a zero. I had to admit that I am a zero, and there is nothing inside of me to be. I saw myself as nothing. Like I reached a point where it was like a crossroad between, okay, I could go in any way, but everything seemed to be like pointless to me at a point. So this was in 2019.
Allora all'età di 19, all'età di 19 anni praticamente quello che succedeva era che lei si è accorta di essere proprio zero, di non essere niente. Tutto quello che faceva raggiungeva lo zero.
And I sat down for 1 week in my friend's apartment. So it was like about the time that COVID also started, and so there was a time of silence and caution, like attention, everything. And I was like, Father, okay, now I'm nothing in front of you.
Lei era in una stanza con degli amici, con dei compagni di studio. You was inside with your
student apartment. And it was like a 1 week of only me. So,
praticamente racconta di questa settimana in cui c'era solo lei.
Yeah, so that was the time where I was like, Lord, I really want you in my life. Otherwise, I was having suicidal thoughts and many things at the same time. So there was no friends around me, no parents, nobody around me, and I was completely isolated at that point.
Ed praticamente racconta di questa settimana in cui lei era da sola, senza nessun altro attorno, e è stata la settimana in cui lei praticamente era più a contatto con Dio, in cui lei stava cercando Dio, e la settimana in cui era più recettiva al Signore perché era proprio da sola.
And so I told Him, Lord, now here I am, like Isaiah told, here I am, sent me. I was then I was like surrendering myself. At that point only I was able to surrender myself completely to Him. Till then it was only a namesake, not from the heart. It was only in the word. Okay, Lord, I surrender all, like we sing in the songs. That was it. But that was the point of complete surrender to me.
Ed è stata quella la settimana che l'ha praticamente fatta entrare proprio nel piano di Dio, che l'ha fermata e l'ha stabilita.
And so I asked, which way you want me to go? And Lord was showing me very specifically through the word. He talked to me, and also He showed me the sights of. So I was like, okay, I have done some science masters in that, and I'm nothing. I don't know what to do with this now. I have something which is not useful at all. So like,
E
and
in quel periodo, come succede alla maggior parte di noi, difficilmente capiva qual era il piano di Dio, cosa doveva fare, se questo, se quello. Quindi per la prima volta ha chiesto di essere guidata. Chiedeva a Dio adesso cosa fare.
And I remember, I mean, that's like a photocopy, like photocopy memory or something.
A what?
Photocopy memory. How do you say? There's a phrase of like it registers forever in our life. An encounter with the Lord where
Okay.
it registers forever in our lives.
E
right?
quindi è stato in quel momento che ha avuto un incontro personale con Dio.
And so Lord was like, yeah, so through the word, he was convincing me, consoling me, and everything, and through the worship and all of it together. And
E il Signore la consolava attraverso la parola, attraverso l'adorazione. Also in the church, was in the church or not?
it was all online during that time.
Tutto questo succedeva solamente online perché era il periodo del Covid.
Yeah, so it was the start of the COVID, and so everything was online. It was like virtual meetings and only me and the Lord in that room kind of atmosphere. And suddenly, like, so till then, Lord has told me, okay, you have to stay in India for a while. So I took that as a hint for my life ahead, right? Like five years of my planning was based on, okay, Lord told me to stay in India, let me stay here. After that, I planned everything based on that. So, yeah.
Okay. You was planning many things.
I planned many things. So.
But that 5 years, that years, you had to stay there because the Lord told you to stay there.
Yeah. So, I mean, there was a point. So what Lord had in mind is different, and what I had in mind is different. So he was showing me at that, that isolated moment that what you think is not, it's like Isaiah 55, right? His thoughts are not my thoughts, his plans are not mine. His ways are higher than ours, and his thoughts are higher than ours, as heavens are higher than the earth.
E in quel periodo il Signore le parlava attraverso la parola come quella che c'è scritta in Isaia, che dice che i miei piani non sono i tuoi piani, e quindi il Signore la stava guidando in una maniera diversa di come si aspettava lei.
And so suddenly the way Lord turned everything was, he came literally as one ahead of this zero that is me. Like, I allowed myself to surrender, and that's all that I did. And I was like, I'm seeking you. I'm done. Otherwise, I'll just go die, because I was that, pointless in my life. And suddenly this zero that is me. Yeah.
E quindi in tutto quello che lei era, quindi questo zero di fronte a Dio, stava diventando qualcosa.
And the way he changed the life is, like, I thought everything was useless. So Lord showed me that my purpose to go into science and faith. So he gave this course, which I'm doing online also, I told, right? The course where I have to, so he was like, okay, I called you into science. I have a purpose for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you. And I was able to get into that scientific apologetics, where I share my faith to scientists also, and show through science that God is the creator. There is a creator.
E quindi Dio l'ha guidata in questo percorso di scienza e fede in cui lei ha deciso in cui lei ha deciso di inserirsi per dimostrare che Dio è Dio anche attraverso la scienza e non solo la fede.
And Italy was not even in my wildest dreams. I never thought. So this is why I'm sharing, is my plans are being crushed in every way, and the way Lord brings his super amazing plans.
E quindi dice di come il Signore rovina tutti i piani, ma per farne dei migliori.
Yeah, and the way Lord gave me the research that I'm doing here, again, it's not for, it's like, Peter, Lord told Peter that maybe in Luke 4, or so what happens is he calls Peter, but before he calls him, it's like the making of discipleship. So he gives a huge abundant catch to him, the catch of the fish, and then he's like, now now follow me. I'm gonna make you catchers of men, not of fish, right? So similarly, he's put in this put it into me that okay, you are doing something for me now. It's like you sit at my feet as Mary did, learn, and this is going to be over soon. Now you're going to be, catchers of men soon. The catching of fish is going to be over. The period of that is going to be over.
E quindi racconta di come il Signore prende proprio dal contesto in cui sei. Ti prende da un contesto di pescatore di pesci e usa quella stessa tua abilità però in un'altra zona, in un altro contesto, sempre per farti pescare qualcosa, ma è un'altra cosa, quindi usa le tue abilità, cambia il contesto.
And yeah, even the research that I'm doing here, I hope in the long run will be for His glory. Something that is for another time. What He's doing here is amazing. That is.
E quindi anche la ricerca che lei sta facendo qui dice io spero che un giorno tutto questo serva alla gloria di Dio.
And here, even I want to encourage my young friends also that when Lord is sending you, seek Him with all our hearts. First, seek ye first the kingdom of God, and all these things shall be given unto you. I'm standing as an example today because I sought my own ways. I became a failure, and now when I started seeking Him, everything that I was running after is like behind me, but I don't give it any value anymore. So it's like, degree. I sought after knowledge of the world, everything, but everything is garbage to me now. And His purpose became my priority. And
E quindi racconta di come è vero che bisogna prima cercare il regno di Dio e tutto il resto verrà sopraggiunto. Prima la sua priorità era un'altra, adesso è questa, il Signore la sta benedicendo.
Yeah, and I also came here with very where Lord sends out the two disciples, all the 12 disciples 2 by 2. He's like, don't take another pair of sandals with you or clothes with you. I came like that to Italy actually, but the way He provided for me, another encouragement to my friends that what you guys are doing is amazing. You came all the way from US to with one passion for sharing Christ. But I want to all the more encourage you that He's going to provide you in every way, be it in education, be it in marriage, be it in the mission works that you're going to do. He has a purpose. He has amazing plans.
E quindi come il Signore ha detto ai Suoi discepoli quando li mandava a gruppi di 2, a coppie, gli diceva di non provvedere niente nella loro sacca e di non avere sandali di ricambio. Il Signore provvedeva, così voglio incoraggiare tutti quelli che sono in un percorso di fede con il Signore nell'avere fede che Dio provvederà.
Yes, so I think that's enough from me. So I just want to finish with the word in 2 Corinthians 4:12, right? 2 Corinthians 4 verse 7 says,
voglio finire con una parola di Seconda Corinzi, 2 Corinthians
4 verse 6 and 7.
Capitolo 4, versetto 6 e 7.
For God, who said, let light shine out of darkness, made His light shine in our hearts to give us the light of the knowledge of the glory of God in the face of Christ. But we have these treasures in jars of clay to show that this all-surpassing power is from God and not from us.
Ma Dio ha messo questo tesoro nei nostri vasi di terra affinché la gloria vada tutta a Dio e non a noi.
Amen. That last part. Jars of clay, we are jars of clay, but His all-surpassing glory is in us, so that it's all the credit and honor goes to Him and not us at all. So being a zero, when he comes as one, we are valuable to him and to the world. I mean, we will be used through him powerfully. So.
E quindi quando, anche se noi siamo zero, Dio è abile da ricostruirci ed è potente da usarci anche se noi non siamo niente. Amen, amen. So, you was a Christian before 2020 or no?
Yes. I came to Christ through my dad's alcoholism, so it was in 2009, I would say. 2009.
Ah, okay, so...
That's a whole another, I mean, it's addiction and things, but Lord even uses the families who are addicted, like the way Lord reaches out to the children and the wife of the addicted man is amazing. So I'm a testament, I'm a living witness to that, how he has cared for us. Like, he didn't let us go. So we were in a country of Saudi Arabia where alcoholism is banned, and dad was still alcoholic for a long time. And if people catch us, I mean, if the police catches him, we are done. Like, he's put in jail, but our future, we were kids, like very small kids. But the way Lord used even that opportunity to bring us to him is amazing. That's a very long, over a period of 10 years maybe, but that's another thing. I don't want to...
E racconta di questo periodo di 10 anni in cui praticamente lei si è convertita nel 2019, ma in quel periodo precedente ha vissuto 10 anni in cui suo papà era un alcolista. E il problema è che è andato in Arabia Saudita in un luogo in cui l'alcol è vietato, è un paese musulmano, e rischi di finire e in prigione ma anche di essere ucciso. Quindi in quei 10 anni lei ha fatto un percorso fino ad arrivare al 2020. Coronavirus blessed many of us. Il coronavirus ci ha benedetti veramente. Senza il coronavirus, without coronavirus, many things won't happen.
Yeah.
Praise the Lord, everything he does. What does it say in English? Tutto quello che fa, splendore e magnificenza.
Every... good.
Amen. Also, I had a baby during the coronavirus. So everything happened.
Amen.
Amen. C'è qualcun altro che vuole dare testimonianza? There is someone else who wants to give his testimony?
Please.
Oh, really? Come ahead. Come on. Don't...
Sorry.
Okay. Thank you, Rachel.
Thank you.
Okay, good morning, everyone.
Buongiorno a tutti.
Yeah, my story starts like this. I think I can try to summarize it in a sense that,
Voglio semplicemente riassumere la mia storia.
yeah, I can trace my story right from when I was at the university in Nigeria.
Voglio raccontare la mia storia fin da quando ero all'università in Nigeria.
The Lord has been directing me in a way that I don't understand.
Il Signore mi ha diretto in una maniera che io non comprendo ancora.
Such things I never knew is going to happen to my life.
Alcune cose non avrei mai immaginato che sarebbero successe nella mia vita.
Because when the incident of Boko Haram started, I was really at the university and we were chased away by the terrorists from the university.
Perché quando l'incidente della persecuzione del gruppo terroristico del Boko Haram è iniziato, io ero all'università.
I could remember when I was chased away from the university and many of us were shot with the guns and many of us run away. I could not even have a car to come back home. I tried to trek by foot.
E mi ricordo di quando è iniziato tutto in università, hanno iniziato a prendere qualcuno, lo hanno portato fuori, hanno iniziato a sparargli e io non avevo più neanche i mezzi per tornare a casa.
On the way coming, many of the students lost their lives, were killed by the terrorists. Many passed through persecutions and many had many problems, but the Lord spared my life.
Quindi da quel tempo molti studenti hanno avuto problemi, molti cristiani sono stati uccisi, ma Dio era ancora il Signore della loro vita.
When I get back home in my home country, Nigeria, I was not having a hope to go to school again.
quando sono tornato a casa mia in Nigeria non avevo più speranza di poter tornare a scuola di nuovo.
I spent like more than a year or getting to 2 years staying home without getting to the school. Nothing. I was an idle man, just trusting the Lord because I trusted the Lord for a very
E non avevo più speranza di poter tornare perché era praticamente tutto finito.
until to our final exit from the country when they killed my uncle, they killed many of our villagers, and they even killed many of us, burnt our everything, take our possessions, and they come in the name of Allah killing people in a society, and we could move to Cameroon as refugees.
E fino a che non sono potuto uscire dalla nazione perché come rifugiati potevamo andare a rifugiarci in Camerun e in quel periodo ho perso mio zio e anche altri amici.
When we get to Cameroon, I was a refugee, but the Lord was still with me. I still trusted the Lord because even before coming out from the country, many people.
Quando sono andato in Camerun, allora ho avuto molte difficoltà, ne ho incontrate molte, ma Dio era con me, mi guidava.
Yeah, many people, even before an exit from the country, many people backslided in their faith, trying to believe on certain charms, on certain herbalist ideologies to protect themselves against the terrorists.
Durante quel periodo ho visto anche molta gente tornare indietro dalla fede, perdere la loro fede, iniziare a credere in qualcosa che li avrebbe liberati, che non era Dio, come altre religioni o altri oggetti o idoli.
I could remember when my friends and my other relatives told me that I should also go and look for protection from the herbalists to help me resist the gun from the terrorists.
Ricordo quando i miei amici mi hanno invitato a convertirmi al Dio che il gruppo di terroristi aveva, per poter ricevere protezione da loro.
I said to them, trust the Lord is going to rescue. This protection can never protect. Only when the Lord has protected the society, you'll be protected. Otherwise, we're gonna die. So I never tempted even to think about it, but the Lord was still with me.
E lui invece rispondeva a queste persone di non credere a quelle cose, di rimanere fermi nella loro fede, perché Dio li avrebbe liberati. Invece quell'altro Dio, quell'altro idolo che non esiste, non poteva aiutarli.
Yeah, when we get to Cameroon, the Lord was granted me some favorite things. I could apply for anything and I will be the first. I always want it. So I become a teacher. I become 3 times I've been a teacher.
Quindi quando lui è arrivato in Camerun, il Signore lo ha benedetto, perché hanno iniziato a chiedere che cosa volevano fare i rifugiati, hanno iniziato ad aiutarli. Allora lui a quel punto ha iniziato a diventare un insegnante, era sempre il primo a volere fare le cose.
Yeah, to my surprise, when I applied for the first scholarship I got is under Daffy Scholarship.
E per la gloria del Signore, quando io mi sono iscritto per il primo percorso di scuola,
yeah, I got to the university in Cameroon as a beneficiary of the scholarship, but I started having a dream again that I once in an aeroplane moving to European countries and America.
Ma quando ero in università in Camerun, quando ho iniziato questo percorso, ho iniziato allo stesso tempo ad avere sogni. Sognavo di prendere un aereo e che sarei arrivato in Europa.
I was surprised, and it is believed that when you are in an aeroplane, in my superstitious belief that maybe you are going to die and something like that. That's the belief.
Pensava che quello non fosse subito un sogno buono, perché quando loro sognano degli aerei, visto che non li possono mai prendere, e c'è paura, pensano che moriranno quando sognano un aereo.
But to me, I never interpreted that. When I share the news with other friends, they tell me, no, it's not a good thing to be in an aeroplane.
E quindi quando condividevo queste cose con gli amici gli dicevano: guarda che non è una buona cosa sognare di essere in aeroplano.
Yeah, but when this thing happened, another scholarship came up that I can apply for. I succeeded. then I started seeing it as real. It really appeared to me many times, the issue of aeroplane again.
E durante quel periodo questa cosa dell'essere nell'aeroplano continuava ad apparire, continuava a sognare questo aeroplano.
Until finally, even my wife had the dream that I was also in aeroplane.
E per confermare questa cosa, il Signore ha fatto sognare persino a sua moglie che avrebbe preso l'aereo.
So thank God, the issue of aeroplane, God granted it to me. My father is a typical African man who had many children, like having 12 children from the same woman, which is my mother. So he could not succeed to sponsor my academics.
He cannot.
He cannot succeed
So,
like to sponsor.
How many?
12. Exactly. Dice suo papà è il classico uomo che ha molti figli, aveva 12 figli e ovviamente non poteva garantire niente di successo a questi figli perché non c'erano le possibilità economiche.
But glory be to God, my father, I can say he has not spent anything on my studies, right from high school till now. I'm rather the one giving him something.
E quindi grazie a Dio suo papà non ha dovuto spendere non un solo euro per il percorso di studi di suo figlio, anzi adesso è suo figlio che vorrebbe dare qualcosa a suo papà.
So I don't have something to say to the Lord, but thank you for sparing my life, taking care of me, directing me to right people at the right time.
E quindi non ho molte cose da dire a Dio, semplicemente grazie perché tu mi hai benedetto, mi hai dato le cose giuste al momento giusto.
Yeah, as the wise saying says, spend time with fools, you will eventually become like them, and take advice from wise men, you will also learn from them.
E quindi, come si dice, spendi tempo con il pazzo e diventerai pazzo, ma spendi tempo con le persone sane e diventerai come loro.
Wherever I'm going, I'm trying to look for the right persons, which I'm encouraging you also to try to follow the pattern. Wherever you're going, avoid fools.
E quindi adesso dovunque vado cerco le persone con cui stare, perché attraverso di loro sarò anche benedetto. Quindi dovunque andate, state lontani dai pazzi.
But abide with people who are wise, you will learn from them and who have the trust from the Lord.
Ma state con le persone che sono da Dio e voi riceverete da loro tutte le cose buone.
I always have a thirst for the word of the Lord because I try to interact with people who have roots from the Lord.
Say again?
Roots, I mean connection from the Lord.
Before that?
Yeah, I try to connect with people who have...
Cerco sempre di connettermi a persone che sono nelle vie di Dio, che sono in connessione con il Signore.
Not that we should avoid people who are not trusting the Lord, but try to connect with people who are connected to the Lord.
E quindi state al sicuro se cercate le persone che sono connesse con il Signore.
Thank you. That's the end of a little of my story, though I've taken a lot of time. Thank you for the...
Quindi grazie per questa storia. Ho preso tempo, ma il tempo è stato per la gloria di Dio. Amen. Thank you, brother. It's always at the beginning. What says the word? It's better the finishing of something than the beginning, isn't it? Cosa dice la parola? Che è sempre meglio la fine di una cosa che il suo inizio. All'inizio noi vediamo solo la distruzione e il dolore. At the beginning we see just the destruction and the destruction and the pain. But look at the Lord, what He has done. You maybe couldn't study in Nigeria. Forse tu senza il piano di Dio non avresti nemmeno potuto studiare in Nigeria. Ma adesso hai più di prima. We was studying a month ago about Turkey. Studiavamo tempo fa nella parola in Colossesi, in Colossians, about Turkey. That was the capital of the gospel, che era la capitale del Vangelo. Every believer was in Turkey. Tutti i credenti erano in Turchia, è iniziato tutto da lì. E adesso? And now? I was looking at the statistics, there was just maybe 5,000 believers. Nothing. Guardando le statistiche, in Turchia adesso ci sono circa 5.000 credenti, niente. E a noi viene da dire che Dio ha fallito, che il piano di Dio è stato rovinato. And to us, we are tempted to say that the plan of God failed and something went wrong, and now what started finished. But certainly not, because through persecution, through wars, the Lord bring everyone outside Turkey to bring them in all the countries of the world. Ma il Signore ha preso tutti i credenti della Turchia attraverso le guerre, le persecuzioni, li ha mandati in giro per il mondo. Ha evangelizzato il mondo attraverso i credenti della Turchia. God evangelized the world through believers that were in Turkey. He emptied Turkey to bring all around the world. This is what God is doing. Everything He does is perfect. Everywhere, if it's starting, the Lord allows it. It's not because of the Lord, but the Lord is watching on it. And everything is perfect for His purpose. Tutto quello che inizia, le guerre che vediamo, tutto non inizia a causa di Dio, ma Dio supervisiona la cosa. Tutto è perfetto. He could maybe he didn't have the money before to take an airplane and come in Europe, but the dream was a prophecy. Forse lui non aveva neanche i soldi per venire in Europa, ma quel sogno era una profezia. Ma è successo in una maniera che lui non si aspettava. But it happened in a way that he didn't expect. So don't expect what you were sharing, don't expect what you think. Non aspettarti quello che tu pensi, ma resta ad aspettare quello che Dio pianifica. Don't expect what you think, but just wait for what the Lord is gonna do. The Lord expect the Lord. What you think? It will be better, much better. Thanks God. Sarà molto meglio del piano tuo originale. Qualcun altro? Altre testimonianze? Some other testimony? Go ahead. Now I don't know if I can translate the pure American.
Yeah, maybe you can turn off that now and you can translate. You don't need to translate.
Do you want to?
This is just for us.
Okay.
Maybe those at home are also interested.
After him, no translation.